Tintin XL 92.5 FM.
And we welcome you in. Oh, it's a Friday. It's a beautiful day out there today on a Friday. Frangie, Carline, La Selva with you. It's going to get cold tonight. It's nice today. You out today at all? Cold this morning.
It was really cold this morning, but yeah, pleasant at Jaguar practice. And yeah, it's nice right now. Sunny in our nature that we get to enjoy.
Oh,
and,
the nature.
It'll be
JJ,
cold
what about
tonight.
the nature out there? It's good nature today.
It is. It's beautiful.
I mean, as far as
I
nature
just saw a
goes.
little fawn prancing across the meadow.
A fawn, friend. See there, now you know
Yeah.
that's why I'm Christmassy, okay? Because we have that going for us. So exactly right. What'd you learn at Jaguar practice today? Any details?
I learned that they've got a very good football team.
Yeah.
And and I think they feel good about their chances Sunday.
Yeah, I would say they probably feel pretty good about their chances on Sunday. So a lot of things to talk about today on the program. We'll certainly look ahead. You know, it's kind of there's this now that we have college football playoffs, and I'm glad we have them. But there's this big gap, and there was always a gap between the regular season and the bowl season. But it almost seems more pronounced now. That you get that feeling? It's weird.
That's interesting because I would sort of go the other way because we're like a week away from playoff games.
Games that matter.
Yeah, and so in the past it was sort of you got done with your conference title game maybe like December 3rd or 4th, and then you really didn't have games of consequence for you got to the good bowl games, Gator Bowl and stuff like that like 3 weeks later, some 3.5 weeks later, and then obviously you were almost a full month from the national title game and stuff like that. So I do like that it's shrunk. I like the fact that a week from today, we'll be talking about all these games happening this weekend. The Friday night game is unbelievable. It's interesting because because of the NFL schedule, they staggered it. And like I would have thought the best games would have been like Saturday afternoon and evening. But really, the best game is probably the Friday night, and then the Saturday noon is Miami A&M, which to me is the best game of them all.
Yeah, I'll be on a plane, but I'll be watching on a plane. You're exactly that's probably the best game.
I think so.
So I think you're right. You confident? You confident? You're never confident, but are you like marginally confident against A&M? You got any confidence at all?
Yeah,
through that
yeah.
body
I
of
think
yours?
they could beat A&M.
What are the line? I haven't even seen
It's
the
like
lines
4.
yet. A&M a 4-point favorite,
something like that.
That's fair, I think, because I mean their home field is pretty much that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
They probably think it's like a push at the Sugar Bowl or insert.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Neutral site.
Yeah, interesting. But
That's going to be an unbelievable game.
and I will tell you.
I tell you, whoever comes out of that game I probably will pick them to beat Ohio State.
Yeah, I Ohio State. And listen, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched them very much. I watched them against Texas, game 1, which was 12 years ago, and then I've watched them a handful of times, and then we all watched the Indiana game, and they have a really good defense. They run to the ball. They're physical, and they've got those great receivers because Ohio State always has great receivers. But maybe it's my Southern bias as well, but I'm not convinced either. I don't know why, and that's not a knock on Indiana. Indiana's very good. But I'm not there either. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's got the recipe for that part of the bracket to open up. I don't think Georgia's in real danger until they get to that game.
Yeah.
I don't think the Ole Miss Tulane winner can give Georgia much of a threat in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ohio State. I think whoever they see, I honestly think I will pick either A&M or Miami over Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because to me, if you're able to win that game, if A&M's able to beat Miami, who I think is very good, or certainly if Miami's able to go to College Station and eliminate the Aggies, they can absolutely take down the Buckeyes.
Yeah. So it'll be the whole thing will be interesting to see. So we will certainly see a little bit of a pause. Boy, the Bucks are reeling. That was a wild game last night.
Their season is unraveled in 5 days.
I mean, it really has, hasn't it?
I think it's to the point where if you're Liam Cohen, if you're a head coach of a team that is really in this thing, particularly if you're in the Jaguar situation where you're playing as a massive favorite, put in some of that tape because in 5 days, the Bucks have lost to a 2-win New Orleans team and a 4-win Atlanta team. And it may cost them. I mean, they're now behind the Carolina Panthers. Now they still play twice, so you could still say Tampa Bay controls their destiny, but they have just fallen apart. apart. How do you let Kirk Cousins throw for 377 yards against you when he has no receiver to speak of?
Yeah.
He has a tight end that's been a perennial disappointment, and you let that guy look like a combination of Gronk and Gonzalez and Winslow. It was stunning how bad Tampa. They had him in 3rd and 28 and let him off the hook.
Yeah, when a coach rips a team as badly as he did his with all the F-bombs, that means it's unraveling.
Yes.
And remember now, I can tell you, I just had this conversation with Jeff Darlington, who was here. We talked a lot about the whole Liam stuff, and he reminded me. And Jeff does a great job covering the NFL. Jeff's really good now, and he was here in town for the game this week. And he reminded me that there were really people in Tampa that wanted them to move on from Todd Bowles and give Liam Cohen the job. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was real. That wasn't just a couple crazy
There's
fans.
a reason why Tampa Bay was so livid about it.
Right.
And it wasn't how Liam Cohen handled it.
Right.
It was upset that they were losing
Correct.
Liam Cohen.
Yeah, and there was. I can tell you, there's a lot of people in the Buccaneer world, not just crazy, not just Buck fan 38 on Twitter. I mean, there were some people of significance in the Buccaneer world that thought, should we make the move here? Should we make the move to move on from Todd Bowles
After winning 2 straight division, I think
Correct.
at the time, 2 straight
2
division,
or 3.
It might even be 3.
Yeah. So are we? Is the move to promote Liam Cohen?
Yeah.
And so I think that was there was some significance there. So anyways, you move on. Boy, they looked bad last night. And I said yesterday, Carolina's not winning that division. Hell, maybe they are. Maybe they are winning the division. I mean, it's a crazy division. So we'll certainly talk some NFL coming up. I do want to talk about the crazy Sharon Moore situation. I think now we kind of know, right? If I understand it correctly as we follow this, I think what we're dealing with here is Sharon Moore had an affair, and they investigated it, and both sides denied it, and there was no evidence. So it went away. And now, and again, I'm guessing here. I don't want to.
Well, it's all been laid out in court now.
She broke it off. He stalked her. She finally came clean and said, listen, and here's the proof we had an affair and this is happening. That caused him to immediately be fired. He lost his mind when he got fired and threatened all this stuff. What a story. What a sordid story from the leader of a blue blood football program.
It's incredible, and it's so sad. But yeah, it was all laid out today. Sharon Moore was arraigned on charges and had to appear. And yeah, it's felony home invasion, 3rd degree, which carries up to 5 years in prison. Don't know that he'll get that. And then there's a couple other charges that are misdemeanors, breaking and entering, and the stalking. Now, he apparently never threatened her.
Right.
The story the prosecutor laid out was that yes, that he basically her door was unlocked, but
right.
he still went in uninvited and and was harassing her, and then basically threatened to hurt himself in front of her to watch it. So obviously terrorizing situation, and it's just so ugly and unfortunate. And I mean, not only is his coaching career over, but I mean, he may serve time. I don't know. Yeah. I'm assuming he's never had any sort of record, because he got to be the Michigan head coach. But yeah, I mean, it's stunning, the self-destruction involved here.
It's hard to believe stuff. Sorry, we'll talk a lot about all the things going on in the world of sports. But let's start with the Jags and the Jets. A rookie quarterback. We now know the Jags are playing a rookie quarterback. Yet again, a young quarterback the Jags will play against. What does that mean? How does it affect the game? Let's talk about it. Let's talk Jags and Jets. That's how we'll kick off the program. It's 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
He's got his trigger finger on the pulse of Jacksonville football.
Does he have a name?
He calls himself Mike Duraco.
And we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Brightened by Lee at Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
I'm Holt Harrell. I was talking to someone the other day and they were shocked that some lawyers get more from a case than their own client. After paying bills and costs, if we are supposed to get more than a client, we won't. That's the Harrell and Harrell promise. When we say that we treat our clients like family, we mean it. If you've been in an accident, call us today. 251-1111. Harrell and Harrell. Offices, Jacksonville.
Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Guns N' Roses, and Bring Me the Horizon. Plus, Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville, May 7th through 10th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at welcometoRockville.com.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Give a unique gift this holiday season with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Make your own product in the store with over 90 fragrances at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified, fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Hey, Hicken here. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. And boy, talk about all the great features. Prize Picks now has early payout. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Hey, my fantasy football season's cooked, but with Prize Picks, we don't have to wait until next year's draft. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football every week. Pick your favorite players and win when they hit their projections every week. No draft required. Here's what you do. Download that Prize Picks app today. It's so easy. Use code 1010XL. You get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's a Big Chief Tire Friday on The Frangie Show. For all of your tires and automotive service needs, it's Big Chief Tire.
We sure appreciate our friends from Big Chief Tire Company. Head to Big Chief Tire with all these locations in town. I mean, all over town. There are 6 locations. There's Orange Park and Mandarin. They're the 2 newest ones. There's 2 on the west side, the north side, the south side. They do a great job. Big Chief Tire Company. We sure appreciate our friends from Big Chief. Whether it's tires, automotive service, oil change, brakes, alignments, and, of course, those great tires. Head to Big Chief Tire Company for all your automotive needs. Frangie, Carline, La Selva with you. So Brady Cook gets the start. For people that don't know, he was the Missouri quarterback most recently. He is a rookie. He was a good player in college. He wasn't a great player in college. He was a guy, if you will. And all of a sudden, he is the quarterback of record for the New York Jets, the same team Joe Namath was once the quarterback of record. It's, Brady Cook's going to come into Jacksonville and start a football game. It is kind of bizarre to me that that's where we are. And I look at the Jaguars season, Hayes, and it's been the season of getting some breaks with the quarterback. Now, that's not why the Jaguars are good, but Kyler Murray was out. Joe Burrow got hurt during the game. We've seen, obviously the Colts stuff. Obviously, Daniel Jones got hurt during the game.
You should have beaten Davis Mills.
Davis Mills played, and Jacoby Brissett played instead of Kyler Murray. It's been a kind of a bizarre season, really. So a truly bizarre season. So Brady Cook gets the call. He is 14 of 30 as a pro. He has never thrown a touchdown pass. He has a couple of interceptions. As a collegiate, he threw for over 9,000 yards, 49 touchdowns, and 15 picks. I will say this: he played a lot of football. He started 38 games, actually 39 games at Missouri. So he's played a lot. He's played a lot as a college player. So, but he hadn't played in this league very much. Here we are again. The Jags playing a young backup quarterback.
And it goes even beyond the Jets' attrition at quarterback. Again, they're down Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. Brady Cook getting the start, but he's not going to have tight end Mason Taylor, a fellow rookie. The Jets ruled him out today with a neck injury. Well, he leads them in catches.
Right. Garrett
Wilson, who's probably one of their best, definitely their best player now that they've had the fire sale. He's on IR.
Well, they opened his window.
Well, he's not on the injury report.
Okay,
so I'm assuming.
I think they opened his window, so he's a possibility. But keep going.
I'd be surprised.
Either way, your point's dead on. Keep going.
And so it's not just the quarterback position. They have been really, really decimated. As an offense in general, and then you throw in the trade of Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, and it's the Jets for what they thought they were going to have in Week 1. It's the junior varsity level, and there's no reason that the Jaguars shouldn't have great success against Brady Cook. You're talking about, to your point, guy who's thrown 30 passes in this league. He had 38 in the preseason. It's just somebody that obviously is finding their way. This would be the equivalent. It's even probably less because Cook wasn't even drafted. But it'd be like playing Graham Mertz. If you were playing Graham Mertz on Sunday, you'd probably feel pretty good about that. Well, that's sort of what you're seeing so you're seeing that level of, wow, this guy really has to go in, and nothing against Graham Mertz, but this is somebody that is not in their plan. The Jets never thought Brady Cook would ever have to start for them, and now it's here. So obviously you can rattle them early. You would anticipate, and I would think the Jaguars can do that, and obviously just stop Breece Hall. And the Jaguars have been outstanding against the run all year. They lead the NFL in that category. So really trying to find a path for the Jets, it almost has to be like they break a couple huge special teams returns, which they've been excellent at. That they dominate the special teams battle and somehow get out with a 14-13 win, kind of game. But in terms of their offense against the Jaguar defense, Jaguar offense against the Jets defense, those look to be massive mismatches.
All right. Speaking of the Jaguars offense, boy, Jacoby Myers has made a difference, hasn't he? You know what he is? He's a pro. He's a pro. When you have a pro in the locker room, it makes everybody else better. I got to be honest with you, Hayes, I thought he'd be a good player because I was told that he's a guy they really wanted. But I don't know that I thought he would make this big of an impact. A touchdown in 3 straight games, catches about everything. Did have a drop the other day on a ball he had to reach for a little bit. I will tell you, I wouldn't have expected this. I wouldn't have expected you. When you get a guy mid-season, there's usually a reason he's available. I mean, they got Greg Newsome at mid-season. He's okay. He had an interception last week, but he's okay. Usually you get a guy at mid-season, he helps fill a hole, but he doesn't become one of the most important players on your team. I think Jacoby Myers has been that.
Absolutely. In 5 games, he has 22 catches for 284 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Jaguars. So if you basically tripled those numbers, he would be, you're talking about a guy that would be over 60 catches, closing in on 900 yards with 9 touchdowns, and he'd still have 2 games to play in a 17-game regular season. So it's been astronomical what he's been able to do. I've never seen anything like this. It's one thing for Marcel Darius to show up and affect the run game immediately because, well, he's a big guy and he's a talented athlete.
And a very high draft pick.
Right. So there's not that much to it. It's Marcel shut down the run. I'm not trying to minimize it, but the mental gymnastics that a defensive tackle is working through isn't close to what a receiver in this offense is having to work through. And, Marcel Darius, to me, he was by far the best midseason trade they'd ever made since I'd been covering the team since 2013. And Jacoby Myers has blown past that. What he has been able to do in terms of processing and developing trust so quickly with Trevor Lawrence and with his coaches, I mean, it's extraordinary. And there's no reason to think that he's just getting warmed up.
And a big part of this Jaguars emerging offense and the continued development and emergence of their 5th-year quarterback is that trust, man. You can tell when he lets one go for the receivers he now is working with, which is Brian Thomas Jr. again, which is Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, more recently Tim Patrick, and of course Brenton Strange. He's confident. There's something about a quarterback who pretty much expects the guy to catch the ball. There's a lot. I'll go back to when he had Trevor's best year as a pro was 22 because when he had Zay Jones and Marvin Jones and Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, he was confident they were He was confident they were going to run the right routes. He was confident they were pros. He was confident they were going to catch the ball. It was different than any other time in his short Jaguar career until now. You agree with that?
Yeah.
It was different than any other time in his Jaguars career until now. And now, that level of confidence he had with Zay and Marvin and Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, I now think he has with this evolving group of Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington and Brian Thomas Jr. and Brenton Strange and even Tim Patrick, a veteran receiver who's caught a lot of passes. So it's fun to watch. I think it'll continue. Speaking of Jacoby Myers, the veteran player well-liked by so many people in the locker room, always happy to do interviews, and he's the subject of this Hayes Carline one-on-one.
Now, Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors takes you in the locker room.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars receiver Jacoby Myers here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
It's all good, man. Everything's been a good week. It's been cool. It's good to see you, though.
What's been the emphasis in practice this week for you guys in the passing game?
Just handling our business, honestly. Knowing our assignments, knowing where to line up at all times, communicating, just doing our job to the best of our ability.
What an amazing month for you, arriving here. Has it gone better than you had hoped, Jacoby, so far?
I would say so. I mean, it's been great, right? I mean, I understand everything not going to be peaches and cream, but it's been great here. The place is nice. The teammates are nice. It's cool. I'm enjoying it.
Obviously, a huge win Sunday over the Colts. You scored a touchdown. How did that play open up for you?
That was just all coaching and a great ball, right? They told me exactly what to look for. I paid attention to it, and it happened exactly how they said it. So shout out to the coaches, shout out to the quarterback.
What would be your advice, having gone through this, for veterans in future years to have such a seamless acclimation to, coming in and contributing and, the team's on a huge winning streak?
Just focusing, honestly. As long as you're paying attention, asking questions, listening to all the notes they give you, all the little tidbits, everything will work out.
How good has it been to see Brian, get more of that explosive element back that we're used to?
Honestly, great, man, because, we really need him, honestly, and without those plays, I don't know how that game would go. So he a big part of this team, and hopefully we got a lot more coming.
What's it like playing with Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, he cold right there. That's a cold dog right there, man. I enjoy it. Honestly, throw a great ball. He stand tall in the pocket. It's been great. So.
Is he good in terms of communication and being receptive to your ideas and your perspective on things?
I mean, I don't have too many ideas right now. I'm trying to, you can't be trying to change the system before you fully understand it. So, man, but he's definitely communicative as far as like just helping me out with my position, my alignment, whatever I got to do. So for sure.
The Jets obviously haven't had the success they were hoping for, but they're 3-3 in their last 6, and defensively, doing some good things. What stands out when you watch New York secondary?
I mean, it's, honestly, look, they playing hard still, regardless of the situation that they in. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell they still believe in the coach. They still want to go out there and make plays, and they want to press and get in your face. So it's gonna be a good opportunity for us to experience that, because you don't always get to see press anymore. Sometimes teams play a little bit more zone, so it's gonna be a good challenge for us.
Are you at a point now where like everything you can do anything in the offense, your comfort level? And because when we talked a few weeks ago, it was like, well, I think it was 2 minutes that may have been the last. But are you at a point now where it's all systems go?
We're still getting there. You know what I mean? It's still stuff that I haven't heard that they still might bring out that I need to be ready for. So we're getting there. I can't say it's better than when you last act, for sure.
And in terms of, just kind of keeping your guard up, obviously, like we talked about, Jets are 3-3. We've seen what happened with Tampa Bay losing to the Saints and last night to the Falcons. How important is that to stay on task and respect every opponent?
I mean, the good teams do it, right? And we want to be a good team. So if that's what we say we want to be, we need to go ahead and do it.
Jacoby Myers, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck. Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting a chance to watch Jacoby, and obviously he's very gracious with his time, as you said. Appreciate him taking some time for us in the locker room today. But, I mean, what a player. I mean, to me, we've got a long time before we've got to get to off-season tasks for this franchise. Yeah. But one is Devin Lloyd. 2 is Jacoby Myers, in my opinion. I mean, they cannot let either of those guys get to the market. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I certainly think with Jacoby Myers, they are. Yeah, I haven't even thought about the dollars that Devin will cost them, but I think they have a pretty good idea. Jacoby Myers is a $20 million guy. I think they know that. And I'd be surprised if he's not a Jaguar next year. Devin Lloyd, I don't know. I hope he's not. But we all know by now that for a while the Jaguars weren't happy with him. The previous regime wasn't. This regime wasn't sure what they had. They hoped they had something special. It turned out they did. But I think they would tell you, in all honesty, they weren't sure at times in the summer. Let's see what winds up happening. Jacoby Myers, they went out and got. This regime went out and got him. This regime pursued him. So I'd be surprised if they don't find a way. I think that is a real priority. I think keeping him is a real again, when your quarterback, who's your $55 million a year quarterback, who's the most important player in this Jaguar team in decades, feels this confident with the guy, that's big stuff, man. He's truly, truly confident. And so I see it. A couple more thoughts about the game. There have not been many games, certainly in my 12 years of calling the games, and frankly, not that many games probably since there were a lot of these in 99. But and I'm not saying there haven't been a handful since then, but there haven't been very many games where I was 100% convinced they were winning the game. There have been very few.
What about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, the
Titans game.
Not 100%.
Yeah, because it's a divisional game.
Yeah, I thought they were. And
I'm not 100% convinced they're winning Sunday.
Yeah,
by the way. I think they'll win.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be stunned if they lost.
And I thought they were going to beat the Titans, but I wasn't 100%. What was the line? What was the line of that game?
In the Titans game?
Yeah.
8.5, 9,
was
9.5.
Was it that much?
Oh, yeah.
This is the biggest spread since apparently 2007.
Yeah.
Where the Jaguars have been this big of a favorite. And it continues to go up.
Yeah, I thought they were going to beat the Titans, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like I wasn't this convinced. Maybe I've got too many of those Derrick Henry stiff arm scars in my
Well,
past,
and the Titans are starting a quarterback that was the top pick in the draft.
And it's played every.
The Jets are starting a quarterback that wasn't drafted.
We didn't know he was in the NFL.
Well, top pick in the draft and played all year.
Right.
And he had 10, 12 games under his belt when they played. So, I don't remember the last time. You're right. They might lose. You always lose an NFL game. But I can't remember the last time I sat here. And you're right. The last thing the Jags need is dummies in the media like me saying, "Oh, this is easy," because it's never easy in the NFL. It's never easy in the NFL. I know that it's never easy. But my expectation of a win is about as high in this game as it's been in a long. I guess that's my point. I can't remember the last time I've been this confident they were going to win the game against a 3-10 team playing an undrafted rookie quarterback that nobody expected to play. So we'll see what winds up happening. But I'll say this again: go to the game. Now really go to this one. I mean, it's going to be fun. The most fun games to go to are the ones you win. You know, it's going to be a gorgeous day. You've only got 2 more games to do this. My goodness, no one's working. It's holidays, so go to the ball game. I'm really excited about it. But I'm excited about the fact that they're about to be 10-4. I think 10-4.
It's amazing.
10-4 for a team that won 4 games last year and brought in a whole new front everything. I mean, it's really, and again, I'll say a lot of that for Monday when they are 10-4. Let's hope they are. But I'm very confident where they are. We'll take a break. More in a moment. 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show. From the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 7-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. Visit nimnickchevy.com to learn more. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right. Where do you go? The answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Pre-Game Friday, built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Business owners, listen up. If your plumbing or AC company keeps giving you the runaround, it's time to cut them loose. Call my friends at Duck Duck Rooter. They already partner with some of the biggest commercial operations in Northeast Florida, like the Jaguars and station operations. Their office team makes invoicing a breeze, and their field techs, top-notch pros. Make the switch today. Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Tell them Frank sent you.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay and Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
What NFL quarterback connected on TD passes with 98 different players during his career?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Tom Brady threw 105 touchdown passes to Rob Gronkowski, but there are 97 other players who caught at least one.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Save some money this holiday season and buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned. Pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Buy big, save bigger at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Big Chief Tire Friday on The Frangie Show. For all of your tires and automotive service needs, it's Big Chief Tire.
JJ, I'm a happy guy because I've got a Florida Gators 2026 football schedule. Have you seen this?
I saw it last night, but it's been a while.
It sets up beautifully for John Sumrall. I mean, you're talking about they open at Auburn in SEC play. It's week 3. They get 2 cupcakes. Then they open at Auburn against Alex Golish. So you feel good about that. You're going up against a rookie coach as well in the SEC.
Well, he just beat you guys last year.
He did, but he's at Auburn.
Do you really feel that great about beating Auburn next year?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that play.
Yeah.
JJ said, not so fast,
I wouldn't
Gator
feel
fan
confident about beating anyone.
Not so fast, Gator guy.
This is a new era.
I like that. You know what?
This is a new era now.
I'm shocked by
we've turned the page.
Yeah, hey, JJ, Hayes and I have talked about this new hire. I'm thinking 3-4 natties coming up. Okay, that's kind of where we are.
My point is, it's better than going to Tuscaloosa or having to face.
But I just think the Gators could lose to every single.
All right, fair
team
enough.
Next year.
But from a fan standpoint, I was encouraged.
That
no, I don't. I just don't get the positivity about the Gators next year.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, we still have to see who they retain and things like that. But in terms of how an SEC schedule, what do you think? I thought it laid out beautifully for Florida.
Yeah, I did. By the way, it goes back to the positivity thing. I'll get to the schedule in a second. Back to the positivity thing. The whole beauty of this whole Sumrall thing is Gator Nation, which was jumping off bridges because they didn't get Kiffin for whatever reason. I'm still not smart enough to why, because I'm as guilty. I'm right there, by the way. I'm right there. All of a sudden, we are elated with everything that's happened. So,
getting Phil Trautwein today to
be
his offensive line coach, the former Gator player, and he's been at Penn State. He's produced tons of NFL offensive linemen, high-picked offensive linemen. I mean, that for what he's done with the offensive and defensive coordinator hire, with the offensive line hire, and retaining Chapman is the defensive line coach, it's been brilliant. That's why I'm excited.
Yeah, and part of that too is this. Fans and media want coaches you've heard of, and to your point, there's stats there, but you want people you've heard of. I think a lot of this is we're looking back at Billy Napier. We had never heard of any of the assistants. We had never, and now in retrospect, you got to guess. So anyway, that's why I think the positivity is off the chart. Whether it's accurate or not, we'll find out. Back to the schedule.
Auburn didn't have a winning record this year.
Yeah.
So to me, Florida could obviously, it's a tough place to play. But it could have been way worse.
Yeah, back to the schedule. Compared to what, God bless, Billy Napier had the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Napier's got to look at the schedule and go, you kidding me?
Right.
This guy gets this?
He has every right to say that.
I had that and you get this?
Yeah.
I had Miami. I had LSU, Utah. You get this? So, yeah, I think somehow, some way, I think the SEC took note of that. It's been such a brutal schedule. I mean, Florida Atlantic at home, Campbell at home, at Auburn. To your point, JJ, you could lose any game. Alex Golish just beat you. But at Auburn's way better than some of the games they've been playing. Exactly. At A&M and at here. So it's way better than what they've been playing. It's been a struggling team. Now, they're good for Auburn for being excited about their new coaches like Florida.
I just think you guys are on the same level as Auburn.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but if you're Auburn, if I'm Auburn right now, I'm excited Florida's coming in on week 3.
That's what I'm saying.
And not Texas.
Yeah.
But we're Florida people.
And it's
Who was
not
the
just
team that you guys were supposed to play out of conference this year that they took away? Like, like before the 9-game schedule
Yeah.
came in, there was like a Arizona State or Colorado. or somebody
NC State, maybe?
NC State.
I
think it was
know
NC
Arizona State in 27.
I think it was NC State.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so Florida Atlantic. But again, I'm kind of with Hayes on this.
And I'm not just talking about the SEC opener. I'm talking about the whole slate.
Yeah. If
we got kind of caught up in the Auburn, Florida thing.
Yeah.
Look at the whole slate of games.
Compared to what they've been playing. Here's the schedule: home against Florida Atlantic, home against Campbell, at Auburn, home against Ole Miss with Pete Golding. Okay.
A week after they played LSU.
Yeah. At Missouri.
I expect Ole Miss to be crap next year.
Yeah. Right. At Missouri, home against South Carolina. I think the point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They could be 6-0.
They could be 6-0 when they go to Texas. Now, if Summerall's the wrong guy and they get it wrong, and they could also be 3-3.
Sure.
But to the point, I'm with you.
None of their first 6 opponents, in my opinion, are going to be ranked.
No.
Yeah, and that's the point. Forget about how good Florida may or may not be.
Whereas by the time you got to Game 6 last year, you'd played 5 ranked teams.
Correct. Forget about how good Florida may or may not be. Whether this is Florida people talking, Georgia people talking, Miami people talking, North Carolina people talking, it's not nearly as daunting as it's been in recent years. That's what jumps off the page. And
I don't think Sellers will be at South Carolina next year.
Right. So then you go to Texas. You got Texas. You got an off date before Georgia.
And you go to Texas the week after the Longhorns play the Sooners.
And then in your last 3 games are Kentucky new coach, Vanderbilt at home. I don't think Vanderbilt's going to keep being
They've lost they're going to lose their entire team. We already know they have 26 grad seniors.
And at Florida State with Mike Norvell again. If you're
that's when you have to worry about it.
Right. So if you look at this compared to what Florida, they caught to your point, caught a real break with the schedule. That's the bottom line. They caught a real break with their schedule, particularly the way it's been in recent years. So
that's like an 8-win baseline.
That's what I would think.
You would if
they can't win 8 on this, then they probably have an issue with
and again, if I'm right, and again, they just had a 4-8 season, so anything's on the table. But if they got the hire right, that's what we're talking. If Summerall's as good as people start thinking he is, and he find the quarterback and all this, based on what we do know, and I'll say this confidently, there's some dudes on that team. Now, maybe there's not enough. Maybe they weren't well coached.
And they got to keep them.
Yeah.
That part we still don't know.
And quarterback play was miserable, so they got to figure that out. Whether it's a new guy, same guy, whatever. But, yeah, they caught a break.
Have you guys heard anything about quarterback?
Well, not
yet. Bringing somebody in.
All the rumors.
They haven't told Lagway it's not him yet.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if it ends up being BJ Lagway.
The rumors that are out there are that Aaron Philo is going to follow Faulkner from Georgia Tech. That's the rumor that's out there. The guy that broke all Trevor's records in high school. The guy that's been he hadn't played much because Haynes King's been there.
But he's good.
But he's good. And so
he played a lot last year.
Played more last year. He only threw 28 passes this past year. But the bottom line is, nobody knows.
He's played enough that there's a 9.5-minute highlight clip of him playing for Georgia Tech.
And he,
I like Frank Frangie. Well, Frangie's the one that told me about it. He watched it a month ago.
Yeah, I did.
I just watched it last night. But we were texting back and forth, and you watch this kid's highlights. These are college highlights.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was, "There's no way DJ Lagway would beat out this kid."
He really looks the part. Wherever this guy plays now. Not that I'm insane enough to do this, JJ, do not judge me. But I may or may not have gone on his Twitter last night after Hayes watched this video and saw for the first time in a month he tweeted, and it was a haberdashery in Atlanta talking about all the great clothes they have. So my fear is he just got a new NIL deal.
No.
Okay. I think about this stuff. I think about this. I did. I told him. I said he tweeted today, like an hour ago, about this great men's clothing store in Atlanta.
Maybe it just.
I said, don't give him a new NIL deal now. I can't have that.
It probably expires at the end of this
January.
Yeah. But why is he tweeting now, Hayes? Because we have clothing.
Yeah.
I'll get him hooked up with Rosenblums. We got clothing stores too, for God's sake.
I'm not worried about that.
Just send negative reviews towards that place.
Yeah. So there's that. We'll take a break. More in a moment. Headlines are up next. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
It's the Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. The Gators get George Washington Saturday at 2 on 1010XL.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big sexy glass you spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request a free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
I'm Julie Harrell. I grew up here in Jacksonville and have seen our city grow as well as the number of car crashes. If you need help after a crash, choose a law firm with an actual office here. Lawyers you can meet with face-to-face and who specialize in personal injury. At Harrell & Harrell, we've been here for nearly 40 years, developing relationships with local doctors, law enforcement, helping people just like you. If you've been injured in a crash, call Harrell & Harrell. Offices, Jacksonville.
1010XL's Hayes Carline represents you in the locker room.
So you gotta up your game.
Interview persons of interest so you'll have the information you need to get ready for game day.
Time to put on your game face.
Opened by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000 and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Call State Farm agent Randy Taylor in Jacksonville at 904-642-2400.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval Drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Gather round. It's Hayes' Headlines, presented by Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Hear all about it. Here's Hayes Carline.
Welcome back to the Frangie Show. We've got Frank Frangie. We've got JJ LaSalva. I'm Hayes Carline. Thank you to our friends at Harrell & Harrell. Give them a call at 251-1111. Frank, let's start with the Jaguars-Jets game. And let's talk about the Jaguars' offensive line. The final injury report is out for the Jaguars. Walker Little, left tackle with the concussion, is listed as questionable. If Walker Little is able to play, what do you do? What would you like to see Liam Cohen do with Van Lanen playing so well?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would, if he's healthy, I would hate to see a guy lose his job because he got hurt. So, now look, Liam's smart. He knows what he's doing. But I would hate to see that. I don't know what they're going to do. I think it's a great situation to have 3 offensive tackles you really like, and frankly, 6 offensive linemen you really like. So I would kind of like to see Walker not lose his job because he was injured. Having said that, when he comes back, if it's this week, next week, whenever, he better play well, and Anton Harrison better play well, because Cole Van Lanen might be as good as either one of them. The reason you're asking me the question, and it's a good question, is because I know, we all know that Cole Van Lanen has gotten to a level now where he's playing as well as those 2 guys are. They're all three good players, and that's why it's a pertinent question. So I would hate to see Walker lose his job because of an injury, but I think if he keeps the job, he better play well.
Walker Little was full participation in Thursday and Friday's practice, so even though he is questionable, you would tend to believe he will be available for the Jaguars on Sunday. Let's talk about the other key injury. A very healthy team. Only 2 players are listed on the injury report in terms of a designation. The second player, Parker Washington, the receiver, has been battling a hip. Upgraded to full participation today at practice. He is also listed as questionable. What a boost that would be to get Parker Washington back.
Yeah, I got mixed feelings on that one. I really have mixed feelings on that. Be a great boost to get him back. I shouldn't ever say this because it's an NFL game. You never ever say this about an NFL game. It's not a college game. But it almost wouldn't bother me if they held him out one more game, because I think they're going to beat the Jets and Brady Cook. That's my opinion. Again, I know it's an NFL game and you take nothing for granted, but I think the next 2 games are going to be hard. At Denver, certainly going to be hard, and I have no idea who's playing quarterback in Indy, but that's always a tough game up there. It wouldn't bother me if they were able to hold him out one more game. But you're right, he's a very, very important part of the team. As a returner, as a slot receiver, as a guy that goes over the middle, as their punt returner, and an extraordinary one. So when he's back full strength, that's a great thing for the Jags.
On the Jets side of things, to your point, Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor ruled out, so it will be rookie Brady Cook starting. Cook has attempted 30 passes in the regular season. He attempted 38 in the preseason, so not much of a resume there to go off of. The Jets also will not have rookie tight end Mason Taylor, who leads the team in catches with 44. So a couple of really key injuries on the Jets side of things.
I can't imagine the Jets hanging around in that game. Now, again, you never know, but Breece Hall's a good back. Not a great back. They played a better back last week and stuffed him. But Breece Hall's a good back, but he's going against the number 1 run defense in the league and a healthy football team. Tough. I got to believe this is a tough challenge for the New York Jets.
You go and score a couple times early, a team like that'll fold.
Yeah. And again,
those guys don't want to be playing anymore.
And God bless Brady Cook. Maybe he turns out to be a good pro. He's never played. He's still. This is an undrafted guy who's never played, who's now got to be. I just can't say what you want about Riley Leonard. But Riley Leonard, you knew was game. He took his college team to the national championship game. There was a moxie and a savvy to him, even if he was drafted low. You know what I mean?
And he can run.
And he's an athletic guy, right? So there was I would be surprised if the Jets are able to do much offensively.
Let's get to around the NFL. The Colts have yet to make a decision on who their starting quarterback will be. Do you think it will be Phillip Rivers?
Man, I'm torn. I don't think they brought him back to sit on the bench. If you asked me to bet my money, I probably wouldn't bet it. I'd rather bet your money. But, yeah, if you asked me to guess, I guess Rivers is going to start the game. At the very least, we do know he's 1, 2 or 3 bad series away from going into the game. Yeah, you know what? I'll bet he starts the game. What do you think?
I think it'll be Rivers.
I'll bet he starts the game.
Yeah, I think they want to give it another day maybe just to, gamesmanship, but I think it'll ultimately be Rivers.
He did look a little chunkier.
Oh, yeah.
When Greg Doyle asked him what he weigh, He says, Greg, I don't know.
It's going to be a disaster.
I don't know what I weigh. Who knows what I
gonna
weigh?
be a
It's
disaster.
going to be such a
bro.
disaster.
Yeah.
but-
He couldn't move around the pocket 5 years
Right.
ago.
Well, I love that that's his answer. Did you hear his answer? He goes,
I'm not running away from guys.
He goes, right. He says, not like I ran away from a lot of guys. People say, well, we know where you're going to be. You knew where I was 5 years ago. I wasn't moving.
No doubt about it. Week 15 started last night with Tampa Bay collapsing in a 29-28 loss to Atlanta. A myriad of mistakes late for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that thing's unraveling. The fact that it was Atlanta, it was a nationally televised game that everybody watched. They had the orange, whatever you call those uniforms.
Creamsicles?
The creamsicles that everybody loved.
Ugh,
and they wore. I know you do hate them.
terrible.
But you guys are both wrong. They're fantastic.
There's
But-
a reason they went away from
They
those.
had the creamsicles on. Everybody loves them. They had the big logo. Everybody's watching the game. And they collapsed, and their coach had a meltdown. That thing feels like it's breaking. I won't say it's broken because the division is bad enough to still win, but it's breaking. That's very clear.
And for how good Baker was to start the year,
Yeah.
he's just as bad. right
Yeah,
now.
he really
He's
is.
terrible.
They are, and he is. I agree.
Couple of injuries to bring you up to speed on. Cincinnati will not have receiver T. Higgins this weekend. Arizona will not have receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. this weekend. And Steelers edge rusher T.J. Watt had a very
wild.
bizarre story. He had to have surgery for a partially collapsed lung after a dry needling treatment session went awry, apparently. So T.J. Watt ruled out for Monday night's game. Is Pittsburgh in that fight with the Ravens for AFC North
Right.
supremacy? They play the Dolphins in a big game Monday night. Will not have Watt.
And he was totally healthy. He
Yeah.
went for whatever a dry needling.
It's just like it's a like acupuncture.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing. Like
and-
it's to help
Right.
relieve muscle
Right.
aches, and it's like a rehab.
but
preserving your body.
I mean, but he wasn't hurt. He
No.
just went in there and all of a sudden his lung collapsed. I mean that's a bizarre injury. And you're right. A team that's not very good on offense relies on its defense, even though that's not been very good this year. That's a big deal for them.
Absolutely. Let's get to college football. John Sumrall hires offensive line coach Phil Trautwein. Trautwein did a fantastic job at Penn State, producing multiple first-round offensive linemen, and is a former Florida Gator.
Yeah, I continue to tell you my take on this stuff. Maybe this is a great staff, and they're going to be really good. And maybe he's going to be a terrific head coach, and they're going to be one of the best hires, and they'll be great, and they'll win all their games. I love it. I'm excited like you are. We're all excited. But I still continue to say it's amazing that how John Sumrall, by showing up and being this gregarious, fun, energetic guy in a press conference, by hiring now 3 coaches that everybody's heard of, has got everybody excited. I love it, by the way. I'm the one that complains about everybody complaining and being angry all the time. I love how happy they are. But it's just kind of a neat story that because players, we've all heard of these. We heard of Buster Faulkner. We heard of Brad White. We've heard of Phil Trautwein. People are really excited. And again, part of it is an indictment of the fact that Billy Napier didn't hire anybody we had heard. I'm trying to think, did he have any coaches
He
anybody
didn't
heard
want guys you'd heard of.
of? He really didn't. He really didn't. And but anyway, that's an interesting storyline.
Some breaking news out of the world of college football. Not overly surprising, but Utah coach Kyle Whittingham has announced he will retire after Utah's bowl game. Morgan Scaley will replace him. He is the head coach in waiting, so a head coaching change at Utah. Whittingham has been with the Utes since Urban Meyer left for the Gators.
That's right. And he's a good coach. He's a good coach. He's tough, very respected. He's one of the all-time greats at that school. And Morgan Scalley had been named coach in waiting, so we knew this was happening. We just weren't sure when it was going to. I like Whittingham. I think he's a good coach.
Oh, he was outstanding.
We took them for granted. I feel like.
No question.
To just win like 9 games every year.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
he's a fantastic coach. Let's get to walk-off charities. The farm at Okefenokee is doing a really cool thing. Sign up for their monthly newsletter at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com and select 1010XL when asked how you heard about them. When you do, the farm will donate a new baseball glove to walk-off charities. So sign up to learn about the events on the farm. You're giving a kid a glove. It takes less than a minute to do this, and you will be putting a smile on a child's face. A great way to start off your weekend. Do something nice. Give a kid a baseball glove.
I got to tell you, I've had 2 of my buddies now have texted me, Frank, does it really work that way? If I sign up, I said, yeah, we wouldn't lie about it, and neither would the farm. So
They're excited about it.
Yeah, so they're starting to get, the two of my buddies, I'm going to get that newsletter right now.
It's fun too. You learn about this
that's what I was gonna
property
tell you.
is so unique and cool.
So two of my friends said, I'm going to get the newsletter just to get a kid a glove, which is real. And then one of those guys texted me back and said, you know what? Looks like a pretty cool property.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have known that if you didn't sign up for the newsletter. So thank you to our friends at the farm. Thank you also for anyone that signs up for that newsletter, because you're putting this isn't a scam, by the way. This is a real promotion.
You're going to get one email a month.
Yeah,
that's it.
But every time
you're not getting bombarded.
But every time I can tell you, because I see the money coming in to walk off. Every time you do this, the kid gets a glove. It's real. It's real. So I hope people will do it.
Absolutely, and we will get you out on our musical nugget of the day. I was feeling a little Christmassy. We're a couple weeks away, so let's go with Chuck Berry's "Run, Run, Rudolph," released this week. Back in 1959.
How about this? Great song. Great choice. Great job as always. Hour 2 is up next. Pete Prisco in about 15 minutes or so, but we got more stuff to do. Stay with us.
Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
While you were watching the ball, he saw what happened in the trenches. I'm Jeff Lauderman. And he tells you about it every Tuesday. Check the tape. 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here. It's truck time at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Check out their huge selections of brand new F-150s, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Right now, drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. That's right, zero interest and no payments till next year. Your new F-150 is waiting at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Visit DuvalFord.com or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. When it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If simple shopping sounds like more fun, check out 1010XL's Holiday Gift Guide, packed with great gift ideas from Kuhn Flowers, Sawgrass Marriott Spa, and Brackish Vodka. Start shopping and saving at 1010XL.com.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Offices Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyoublow.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Go see for Hard Rock Bet, where there's always something happening and so many ways to bet it. Who's going to score a touchdown? First and second half lines and totals. Where's the best play on an underdog? Follow the money on the Hard Rock Bet app. Great pro picks, and now we're down to Championship Saturday before the playoffs in college. Don't miss out. Download the Hard Rock Bet app. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's.
Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.com.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
I'm Max Fink with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. The New York Jets have officially ruled out both Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor for Sunday's game here at Everbank Stadium. Jets head coach Aaron Glenn announced that former Missouri Tigers quarterback Brady Cook will get the start Sunday. Pre-game festivities start at 8 with kickoff coming at 1 o'clock, so be sure to listen on 1010XL. It's 67 degrees at 5 o'clock time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. 1010
Take.
The 1010 Take is brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter, plumbing, septic, and air conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck, duckduckrooter.com. See, here's the deal, why I'm so confident on Sunday. Yeah, it's an NFL game. You can always lose an NFL game. But I think this team is built differently to not mess up, not the easy ones, but the ones you're supposed to win. Now, you're going to hear me say that and go, wait a minute, Frank. Jake Browning beat us. Jacoby Brissett almost beat us. Davis Mills beat us. We're not good against backup quarterbacks. Well, you're missing the point a little bit. In all of those games, it was earlier in the year, those were veteran guys. This is not a veteran guy. This is a guy that hasn't played. This would take the Jags messing up. I think they have built this franchise. Yeah, they got to learn a little bit. I think they wouldn't mind taking another crack at Jake Browning being what they are now. But I think now they have a better idea of who they are. I'm seeing different things, Hayes. I'm seeing now that Dennis Gardeck is a rush end and Trayvon Walker moves inside on nickel. They didn't do that before. They had to figure that out. I'm seeing now that Devin Lloyd and Foye really are settled into their roles. I'm seeing now that they've got some safeties. Antonio Johnson is now suddenly playing at a very high level as a safety for them. It's a different team. It's a team less likely to mess stuff up. Remember this. The only game they've lost in the last 2 months, they had a 19-point fourth quarter lead, and they messed that up. But it's the only game they've lost in the last 2 months. This is a team playing – I guess what I'm saying is, my take is, I trust them to be what they're supposed to be. Does that make sense? Maybe not be better than they're supposed to be yet, but I trust that this team is evolving into a team that is being when they're significantly better, they should have a big lead and they should pull their quarterback out and Nick Mullins should go in there and take a few knees. And I think that's what's happening. I trust that the Jaguars are built in such a way that they're not going to mess up when they're not supposed to, and they're going to be what they're supposed to be. Does that mean they could go beat the Rams tomorrow? Maybe not, because the Rams might be better than them. But I think they're what they're supposed to be. I guess that's why I'm so confident that when they're a prohibitive favorite like this, they're going to win the game.
Yeah, you should be confident. I mean, all the matchups would say that the Jaguars should win this game, and really, to be honest, we've talked about this. Like, how often have the Jaguars been flat this year? It really hadn't happened.
Well, that's a great point. That's kind of a succinct way of saying a more succinct way of saying what I said. They're ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, that has been something that has shown up week in and week out. Because even I don't think they were necessarily flat against the Rams. I just think the Rams are elite, and that was probably more like, did they overstay in London? Probably, but against Seattle, I don't know that they were flat. I think Seattle's better and is a tough matchup for them. But when you look at the Jaguars, a lot of teams in the NFL play up or down to their competition. It doesn't seem like the Jaguars do that. I don't think the Jaguars are some elite team in terms of their talent, but harmony means a lot in this league. And it just seems like right now, like they have cultivated a really cool thing where obviously the brain trust is all working in conjunction well together, and the coaches have delivered a message to the players consistently that the players have been very receptive to. And so I think it's really created, this league can become dysfunctional quick. We've seen it several times over in the administrations that we've covered. And when everybody is harmonious, it's worth 4 wins in a regular season, because you're going to be going up against teams that don't have that, because it's such a cutthroat league.
That's right.
That when adversity hits, a lot of teams don't handle that well, the adversity part, but there's also the competence part. This is an organization right now that is led by incredibly competent people, and they are delivering that message well to the players, and the players, to their credit, have totally bought into it. So right now, that makes the Jaguars a very dangerous team.
No question about it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll keep talking Jaguars. Pete Prisco joins us after this. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Fill your game day with wall-to-wall football.
Football is everything I got. It's what I do.
On the Terminix Kickoff Show. Live from Tailgaters Park. Presented by American Electrical Contracting and Campione Law. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be an 8-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient. The only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. Visit NimnickChevy.com to learn more. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. I've been buying my vehicles there since 1982 because they care about their customers and are invested in our local community, including supporting walk-off charities and all we're trying to do to give underprivileged kids a chance to play baseball. Treating you right, giving the most back to the community, more choices and better prices for you. So who has put the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. Visit the showroom off Cassett Avenue or shop 24/7 at NimnickChevy.com. Remember again, who does it best? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You want to know more about your favorite football team.
That's right.
And John Osher delivers, because O knows. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here from my friend and insurance agent, Craig Dewhurst. Craig has been helping families on the First Coast with their insurance needs for 25 years as your good neighbor and local State Farm agent. Now's a great time to review your insurance policies, whether you need auto, homeowners, or renter's insurance, or insurance for your golf cart, boat, or jet skis. Craig handles all of my family's insurance needs, and even better, he gives back to the community. Call Craig today at 904-940-9740. That's 904-940-9740.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, Give us a call at Ball Your Orthopedics or log on at ballyourorthopedics.com.
This holiday season, let Bono's Catering do the cooking so you can enjoy more time with family and friends. Frank Frangie here. Bono's has been serving Jacksonville's best barbecue for 75 years. Holiday catering's available with full smoked turkeys, country hams, and all the fixings. Be sure to order online at bonosbarbecue.com or call 904-332-7427. Plus, you could give the gift of Bono's Barbecue. Buy a $25 gift card and get an additional $5 gift card in-store or online. Remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Protect what matters most with Liberty Safes. Trusted, secure, and made in America. See them at Noel's Lock and Safe, North Florida's largest safe dealer, where sales, delivery, and installation are all under one roof. Visit the showroom on Blanding Boulevard or go to libertysafesofnorthflorida.com.
Big Chief Tire makes auto care more affordable with 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card. Frank Frangie here. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brake service, or general repairs, their expert technicians have you covered. With no interest for 6 months, now's the perfect time to take care of your vehicle. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Time for all things Jaguars and NFL with Pete Prisco. The Prisco Report, presented by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Showtime.
On The Frangie Show.
All right, thanks for joining us. And by the way, Showtime tomorrow's the monthly card show. Big one, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Man, oh man, is it great for holiday shopping. And you go to one of those card shows, all kind of vendors there. Big place, vendors everywhere. Great time to go buy gifts for someone you love. And no matter who it is they root for, there's something in there for them. Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles at the corner of Phillips and Shad, or you can find them on all the social channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Pete Prisco joins us now. Pete, these Jacksonville Jaguars have a pretty good team, don't they? Better than you thought, about what you thought. Where are they right now based on where you thought they'd be?
Well, I thought they'd be a playoff team, but I didn't think they'd be as good as they are right now, to be honest with you. I didn't think they'd win 12, 11 games. I thought maybe 9 at best, and here they are already at 9. So better than I thought they would be. I thought they'd be second in division, and I mean, they still might be second in division, but they're still significantly better in terms of wins and losses than I thought they would be, because I think they'll beat the Jets, I think they'll beat the Titans, and I think they have a chance to win both of the other two. So it's not out of the realm that they could end up with the 2 seed.
Pete, how is this Jaguars team leading the NFL in run defense? When you watch them, what stands out to you?
Devon Hamilton. I think he's nobody really talks about the guy, and where he's come from after that back issue and to where he is right now. I think he's a big part of what they do on that run defense. I think the linebackers, and Luakon was outstanding last week, but the linebackers have played much better. And look, the 2 ends are good run players too, and so it's tough to run on them. But they're better as the sum than the parts. Let's be real. I mean, on paper, you look at it and you go, boy, they shouldn't be as good as they are against the run, but they are. And I think it's a tribute to Hamilton for one. The linebackers have played better, and I think the 2 ends play the run really well. And I think Campanelli's done a really nice job with that defense.
Yeah, he really has, Pete. And all of a sudden, they have a pretty good football team, top to bottom, and the run defense has been special. Offensively, Trevor Lawrence is starting to emerge. I think there's a lot of things there. Number one, he's finally with a coach he can be with for a while. Remember now, 5th year in the league, 3 head coaches, 4 play callers. That's a lot. I think he's settling in. And I think he really has found a trust with that receiving core. At the beginning of the year, we never knew it was going to be Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington and Brian Thomas Jr., but that's what it is. Tim Patrick's making plays. I sense he's really confident in his receivers, in the offense, in what to do. This is maybe a different Trevor than I've seen maybe all 5 years. Pete, do you agree?
I agree. And the numbers aren't as gaudy as they've been in some points in his career, but I think he's playing – last week was as good as he's played, I think. And you can see the confidence growing. And, it's just little things like sidestepping the rush, taking a step to the left, resetting your feet and firing a shot. I mean, he wasn't doing that early in the year, and he's doing that now. And I think there's a couple reasons. One, Jacoby Myers, he trusts him. I think Jacoby Myers has helped unlock Brian Thomas a little bit. You see the route running is much better. You see the focus and the body language even is much better. So I think that's helped them. Getting Strange back really helps them. And then you look at the offensive line. I think he trusts that group more than he has at any point maybe since he's been there. And that shows. And so I think you add that all up, and by the way, he happens to have one of the best play callers, I think, in the league, and that really helps him get into a rhythm and get into a groove.
The Jets are 3-3 in their last 6 games. If they're able to pull this off, what would be their path, in your opinion, to a win over the Jags?
Turnovers. I think that's the only way. I think if Jacksonville gets sloppy, turns the ball over, gives them short fields, I think that's the only way they win that game. I mean, look, Jacksonville has to look at this, and I'm sure that's what they're saying inside the building, like the Tennessee game. You came off that Cardinals game, you went to overtime, you pulled one out, and you had the next, you had Tennessee, and then you had a big game with Indy. You can't get caught looking ahead. Just because it's not a good team, you got to put them away early. And make sure that there's no hope in the fourth quarter. And I think that's what the message has to be this week if you're Liam Cohen to that group, because you play Denver next week. If Denver loses to Green Bay, which is highly possible, and they beat the Jets, that game could end up being for the 2 seed. And so you can't look ahead to that. You have to be focused on this and put them away so there's no hope late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I think you'll see that. I think this team is efficient enough that they're not going to mess up the stuff they should do. Brady Cook, final thing about the Jets, I'm going to get to some other stuff. Have you seen Brady Cook at all? Do you have a thought about him? I mean, he's barely played, right?
He barely has played. He came in last week. He did some decent things. He wasn't awful, but, look, it's a tough situation to be thrown into when you're starting on the road. I mean, if it's at home, one thing, but now you're out on the road, and I think that's tough to do against a team that's playing well. So it'll be a challenge for him. They're not very good. I mean, let's be real. They're not very good, and I think this is one of those games you got to put them away early and don't let them hang around.
All right, Pete, let's change gears a little bit. What happened to the Bucs? They looked terrible last night. They had a big lead. That thing, I mean, they were so good to start the season. That thing looks broken now, bro.
Well, I think defensively they're bad, and in large part because they don't rush the passer. I mean, they went out and, they got Reddick. Did you see him last night? Did he show up? I didn't see him.
Yeah.
And then, Vita Vea is probably 25 pounds too heavy, and he isn't the same player right now. And so they don't rush the passer. And then they didn't rush the passer when you combine that with the corners all being down because they lost all of them. And when they're all down and you can't rush the passer, that's a bad combination. They couldn't stop them. I mean, they could do whatever they want. When you're watching that game, did you ever get the feeling that they were going to stop them? No. And they didn't. And so, you let them come out from a second and 28. Give me a break. That should never happen.
Are the Colts really going to start Phillip Rivers on Sunday?
Yes, and they should, because the other guy's not ready for any of that. But it doesn't really matter when you go to Seattle and play that group out there. I mean, if it was Riley Leonard or a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, you're asking for it. I mean, that's a troubling situation, and I think they could lose every game the rest of the way. I really do, and I love Phillip Rivers. He's one of my favorite guys I've ever dealt with in this league. He's a pro's pro. He handles himself great off the field, and when he gets on the field, he's just a maniac. But again, 44, you haven't played in 5 years. That's asking a lot. And not only that, they're not very good on defense right now without their guys on that side of the ball either. So I think this is a tough ask for Phillip Rivers.
Well, and you said it. I think the same. I don't know that they're going to win again. They're at Seattle. They play San Francisco. They play the Jags, and then they're at Houston. And you know what, Pete? I don't know what else they could have done. Should they? Sam Ellinger was out there. I mean, there was nobody out there, right? I mean, is there anything that, given what they had? I'm not sure what could they have done, right?
Well, he had to do something because you couldn't play Riley Leonard.
Right.
Look, it's too big for him, and he wasn't awful last week when he went in, but they dialed up a bunch of blitzes and he didn't know what to do. I mean, that's basically what it is. So I think when you're right, it's a panic move, but you have to panic. And let's not forget, they haven't won the division since Andrew Luck was there.
Right.
And they went out and traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, who's not on the field.
I know.
All of a sudden, you look at Chris Ballard and you say, boy, you went all in, and now you're in a situation where your quarterback is coming off an Achilles tendon and might not play at least till midway through the season. And what do you do with his contract? And you don't have first-round picks to go get, you don't have a first-round pick to go get a quarterback. So they're in a heap of trouble, and I think they're done this year.
Who do you think wins between the Bills and the Patriots?
I think the Bills win that game. And I know the Patriots are coming off a bye, and they beat them the first time. But I just think, Superman's going to become Superman. I really believe that. I think we saw that last week. You can't keep him down. They got to let him loose, let him play free and loose, and let him run around and create with his legs and make throws down the field off of the run. I just think he's too good, and I think they're going to find a way to win that game.
Where are we headed in the AFC? I mean, look, in the NFC, I trust that the Rams and the Seahawks, I know the Packers are good, but I trust that the Rams and Seahawks are probably the best teams, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the championship game. I don't trust that the Broncos and the Patriots are ahead of everybody. Hayes and I talked about it yesterday. I think if the Texans drew the Patriots in game one, I think they'd beat them. And so in the playoffs, what do you think? Where are we headed in the AFC in your opinion, Pete?
Wide open. And if ever there was a year for the Jaguars to be on a little mini run, this is it. I mean, think about it. You're probably not going to have Lamar, and Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Right.
And so that's the year. That's why I said this to somebody at our place the other day. I said, if you pick all the teams that you possibly could play in the playoffs, you don't want to. If of the group that looks like they're going in, the Bills are the one you don't want to play. I mean, if you'd go to New England or Denver before you'd want to play Buffalo, wouldn't you, with that guy playing quarterback? Of course you would. I would. I know I would. And we'll know more about Denver next week. But I just think that Denver's limited offensively. That guy completed, Nick's completed 30 passes last week, over 30 passes for like 210 yards. They don't throw the ball down the field. And they're really good on defense, but are you scared of that offense? I don't think so. C.J. Stroud and his offense doesn't really scare you either. New England, they could score, but again, bunch of young kids on the offensive side. Now you don't have Campbell at left tackle. That's a worry. So I think of all the teams in the AFC, whoever wins the North, are you worried about those teams right now? I don't think so. So I think the team that you have to watch for is Buffalo, because they can get hot and get on a roll.
What do you think is wrong with Philadelphia's offense? Like, who do you blame for their failures on that side of the ball?
Play calling, for one. Design of the offense, for two. They're in the shotgun way too much. 3, Jalen Hurts isn't playing very well. And 4, those receivers, and particularly A.J. Brown, who the hell wants to hear him moaning and groaning all the time? And so I think you add all that together. And, by the way, the offensive line hasn't been good either. I mean, you're talking about no Lane Johnson, which kills you, but then Mailata hasn't played very well either this year by his standards. So I think the offensive line hurts them too. But you get a lead in that game Monday night, 16-13, you get the ball back. You don't give the ball to Barkley. Barkley, rip the clock off and go home. I mean, it just makes no sense. I think the play calling's been really bad.
Pete Prisco checking in from CBSSports.com. Final thing, Jags, we all think they're going to win. Win easy, stickier we want, or comfortable game in the second half like these last ones have been?
I think it'll be like the Tennessee game. It's not going to be, 40-7. I think it'll be, 27-10 or something like that, 27-7. But they'll win it, put it away, and start worrying about that 2 seed next week in Denver.
I agree with you. Pete Prisco checking in from CBSSports.com. Thank you, Pete.
All right, guys, take care.
All right, Peace Report is always brought to you, as you know, by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Again, tomorrow, the monthly card show. They do a great job on that card show. It's 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. And if you're shopping for the holidays, it's always a good time to buy, to go to Showtime. But really now for the holidays, the card show, as well as all that great stuff they always have in there. Go see him at the corner of Phillips and Shad Road, or find him on the social channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Is it time for picks?
It is.
I mean, a picks here.
It's time
like
for
now,
JJ.
Like right now, JJ's just dominating. He's just dominating.
He is really.
I think he's almost kind of backpedaling now. He's kind of moonwalking to a championship. Our picks are next. This is 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
The Jets fly into the First Coast, and Trevor's in charge of in-flight entertainment. Who'll win the air battle at the bank? Duval's determined to keep New York grounded.
This is your captain speaking. Better fasten your seatbelt. We're expecting turbulence.
It's turbulence and touchdowns. Jaguars, Jets, Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010XL. 10XL. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
Following a disappointing season, the Gators football program has shifted full focus on to 2026. New head coach John Summerall has both of his coordinators in place, hiring Georgia Tech's Buster Faulkner as OC and Kentucky's Brad White as DC. The Gators also locked up the number 15 recruiting class in the nation, according to 247 Sports, signing 17 of their 18 scholarship commitments on early signing day.
This is Hayes Carline from my friend Holt at Harrell & Harrell. There doesn't seem to be enough time in the day to get everything done. Then you get injured in an accident and you don't know what you're going to do. Let Harrell & Harrell make it easy for you. Easy on becoming a client. You can just text or email if you want. Easy on finding a doctor and getting through the process. Hopefully you won't need them, but if you're ever injured, call Harrell & Harrell and make it easy on yourself. Call them at 904-251-1111. That's 251-1111.
ET here, and when it's lunch hour, I fuel up fast with lunch at the Lodge at Twin Peaks. Bite into our juicy cheeseburger and fries, fresh chicken Caesar salad, or turkey avocado smash with sweet potato fries, hearty, quick, and made to satisfy. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views, home of the 29-degree draft.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out, Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jacks cool since '87.
All right, we've talked all about Jags and Jets. We got you ready for that game. Brady Cook, the rookie, starts against Jacksonville. See how that plays out. We'll certainly talk more about that. We have talked a lot about that. We'll talk more on all our Sunday programming. Jags and Jets coming up on Sunday. We talked with Pete Prisco about the NFL, about the Jags, and all the things going on in the NFL. You heard from Jacoby Myers. Hayes Carline tracked him down in the locker room, and we talked about that Sharon Moore situation in Michigan, and also about the Florida football schedule, the Bucs and the Falcons last night as well. We covered a lot of things going on in the world of sports. Now, let's do this.
Time for the Frangie Show Picks of the Week. Brought to you by Ricketts Electric, Jacksonville's Power Connection. The Ricketts Picks start now.
Call my friends at Ricketts Electric, 904-320-5960. Good folks. We'll see them tonight, as a matter of fact, Hayes. You and I will. 904-320-5960. The best electricians in all of town. They do a lot of work at our Bregan Baseball Complex, and we certainly would love to have you call them. Last week, it looked like this. J.J. LaSelva, he's relentless is what he is. He's just relentless is what this guy is. He went 5-3, 7 total points. I was 4-4, 6 total points. You were 3-5, 5 total points. You got a couple. The game picker uppers. You're destroying everybody in the game picker uppers. For someone who's not very good otherwise. 18 game picker uppers. JJ has 8. I've got 7. Moneyball. JJ 9-4. You and I are both 8-5. 68-44. That's JJ LaSelva. 86 points. He's got an 11-point lead over the field. You and I are now tied. 62-50, 75 points. 48-64 for 75 total points. That's where we are. Hayes, you are in last place, but I'm gonna have JJ go first. Army and Navy in the college world.
We do have a college
One
game.
college game. Who do you like?
Navy. I've seen them play against USF. That's the one game between these two teams I've seen this year, and they look good. I'll go with Navy.
I'll take Navy, too. Go ahead, Hayes. Why stop now?
Give me Army.
You know what? That's all you need to say. Well said.
Go Army, beat Navy.
Now to the National Football League. Chargers at the Chiefs, JJ.
I've been saying this is a must-win game for the Chiefs for the last month, and they haven't won. I'm going to do it again. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I think the 5 points is too much, and the Chargers cover, but Chiefs win.
Hayes Carline.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. They can't protect Justin Herbert, but he's a tough kid, and the Chiefs have a ton of attrition that they're dealing with. So I'll say Justin Herbert, they were able to beat him in week 1. I'll say they get the sweep and basically eliminate the Chiefs.
I'll take the Chiefs with JJ because I'm an idiot, too. So although JJ's an idiot, but he's way ahead. I'm just a dummy. Bills at the Patriots, JJ.
I like the Bills in this one. I think they regain their place at the top of the AFC East.
All right, everybody likes the Bills in this game. I'm going the other way. I'm taking the Patriots at home. Hayes?
I am going to take the Bills as well. I just think Josh Allen's the difference.
All right, I got a game picker upper finally. Broncos at home against the Packers, JJ.
I like the Packers on the road. I think the Broncos are fugazi, as they say. I don't trust them.
Hayes?
I'm going to go Denver. I like their defense, and I think Bo Nix will figure out enough. Low-scoring game, but I'll take the Broncos at home.
I'm taking the Broncos. I'm coming with Hayes Carline on that one. The Rams at home against the Lions. A game picker-upper opportunity for JJ. Rams at home against the Lions, JJ.
I like the Rams in this one. They're, to me, the best team in the NFL.
Agreed. Coming right with you. Rams at home. Hayes?
Go Lions. I like their offense. I think it'll be a shootout and Detroit wins. I'm also down 1 million points.
I had it written down even before you did it. Steelers against the. Where's that game away?
It's in Pittsburgh. It's supposed to be under 20 degrees.
Steelers at home against the Dolphins. JJ.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins in Tua in 19-degree weather. I feel like an idiot, but I'm rolling with it. They're pretty hot right now.
Hayes Carline.
I'm going to take the Steelers. They're not going to have TJ Watt, but they're tough. I don't know that Miami is tough. So the Steelers are flawed, but I'll take them to hold serve at home.
I'll take them as well. JJ, another game picker-upper opportunity. Bengals at home against the Ravens.
Man. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'll take a shot. Even though Burrow did not look like a guy that you should pick to win a football game if you saw him at the press conference yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it really was. I'm going to go the other way. I'll take the Ravens. Hayes.
What are we looking at? Ravens, Bengals. I will take Cincinnati.
All right. So another game picker-upper opportunity. I love it. I love when I get one of those. And finally, the Jets versus the Jags, Jags. JJ LaSelva.
I'll say Jags 25, Jets 7.
Hayes Carline, who hails from the Bowl School.
I'll say Jags 24, Jets 10.
I'll say that you guys are right about the right score. I'll take the Jags. We all like the Jags in that one, all trying to get a money ball. So here's how it looks. Army and Navy. JJ and I like Navy. Hayes really likes those cadets, always has. Chiefs and Chargers. JJ and I like the Chiefs. Hayes likes those Chargers on the road. Bills and Patriots. I took the Patriots. You guys both like the Bills. Broncos and Packers. JJ with the Packers. We both took the Broncos. Rams and Lions. JJ and the Rams. Hayes likes the Lions. Hayes and I both think the Steelers are going to beat the Dolphins. JJ takes the Dolphins. I think the Ravens win at Cincinnati. You guys both like the Bengals, and we all like the Jags to win at home. One more time, JJ LaSelva. He's almost gone wire to wire here.
Yeah.
He's been dominant. 68 and 44, 86 total points. I'm 62 and 50, 75 total points. Hayes is 48 and 64 and 75 total points. 86, 75, 75. Those are our picks. I'm going to let you guys wrap it up. Got a little event at home that I'm going to help the wife with. And I will see you shortly. Hayes Carline, folks, enjoy your football weekend. Go Jags. And I am out of here. You and Rick Ballou will kind of wrap this thing up. I'll see you next week. We'll take a break. More after this. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show. From the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
NBA, the midseason tournament. The NBA Cup will continue on Saturday in Las Vegas with 2 semifinal games. In the Eastern Conference, the Orlando Magic facing the New York Knicks. The Knicks have won 4 straight heading into the matchup. They're 4.5-point favorite, minus 200, while Orlando is plus 168. The over-under at 238.5. Magic have won 2 of 3 meetings against the Knicks this season. Oklahoma City, with just 1 loss on the year, a 10.5-point favorite over the San Antonio Spurs. Oklahoma City minus 460. Spurs plus 350. The over-under 226.5. The finals will be on Tuesday.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keystheprogress.com.
I'm Tony Desiri with your Visa in Action update on 1010XL.
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here. Only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do. Stop in at a Circle K and make yours a dandy today.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
Are you ready? The Jaguars are back at home for the second straight week. Join us at Everbank Stadium Sunday, December 14th, when your Jags take on the New York Jets in our Inspire Change game, celebrating social justice and community impact. Kickoff is at 1 p.m., so bring the energy, bring the noise, and be part of something bigger than the game. Don't wait. Lock in your seats now at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles Update. Showtime is proud to be a participating store again for the Topps MVP buyback. Bring in your eligible 2025 Topps Chrome cards of Ohtani and Judge for same-day store credit. Topps MVP buyback at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Update your collection.
This is Sheridan Tootin, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's a Big Chief Tire Friday on The Frangie Show. For all of your tires and automotive service needs, it's Big Chief Tire.
One more segment to go here on The Frangie Show before we hand it off to Rick Ballou for Into the Night. JJ, your pouch. It has something for our audience.
Last thing of the week, folks. We've given away a lot this week with Christmas coming up. So I got a free Kuhn flower arrangement plus $50 to my favorite breakfast spot, the Metro Diner. For more great gift ideas, go to 1010XL's holiday gift guide at 1010XL.com or be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010 and I'll hook you up.
All right, perfect. Yes, please call and win that lovely prize. I tell you what, we hinted at this in the last segment about Joe Burrow. We never really got to it this week, but troubling comments, I would say, when Joe Burrow met with reporters today in terms of basically how long he might want to play this game and the fun that he really isn't having in Cincinnati. And just to give you an idea, Joe Burrow just turned 29. I mean, he certainly could do this for several more years, but he's never really gotten great support in Cincinnati. The owner is incredibly cheap, probably the cheapest in the NFL. And yes, they have Jamar Chase, they have T. Higgins, but there isn't much infrastructure around Joe Burrow. They've never invested much in the offensive line. He's been the comeback player of the year twice already in his career because of the injuries that he has sustained. And Joe Burrow, one of the best in the NFL, as we know. I mean, his lifetime stats, 148 touchdown passes to 48 interceptions. He's a 68.2 career completion percentage player. And it's just been everything Cincinnati could have asked for. But you're starting to get a little sense of, could this be Andrew Luck 2.0, where an incredibly gifted potential Hall of Fame quarterback elects to hang him up early? We'll see. Maybe Cincinnati would be willing to listen to an offer for Joe Burrow. But, JJ, I know you found the clip. This was Joe Burrow earlier this week meeting with Cincinnati media.
You know, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. You know, I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? So that's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table.
How much fun are you having right now? Is it difficult to have fun, given the season, what you've been through physically, emotionally, all of it? Is it tough?
Yeah, certainly.
I mean, that's frankly like chilling. If you're Bengals ownership, Bengals coaches, certainly Bengals fans.
It looks worse than it sounds too. Like if you actually watch it, he looks so sad, and it goes on for like 2 more minutes, and the media's like, "Are you having fun now?" Like it's really, I don't know what started that. In the press conference, did he just like out of nowhere come out with it like, "Hey guys, I'm not having fun. This sucks." It's just like, it's damning if you're a Cincinnati fan. That is just, I saw everybody tweeting about it yesterday. Andrew Luck. Yeah. It gives you those vibes of a guy who could just quit early and screw all of us as viewers, because we all love to watch Burrow play, even if you're a Jags fan.
Sure.
He's just a great player and a great quarterback in a league where we have to have a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers come back to play, because there isn't a lot of those elite guys.
It's really incredible, and it begs the question, like, if Joe Burrow goes to Cincinnati ownership, Mike Brown, and says, look, I want out. And let's say Cincinnati was at least willing, like if he basically was like, kind of pulled what Carson Palmer pulled with this same owner.
I'll retire
if you don't trade me. If that happens, Joe Burrow, that sweepstakes becomes by far the biggest NFL offseason story.
Oh my God.
It will dominate
and
the
it might
news
be the
cycle
biggest
in
trade.
February and March.
It might be the biggest NFL trade we'd ever see.
What would you get? I would think if I'm like the Raiders, the Jets, a quarterback needy team, I get it. He's 29 and he's got an injury history. I'd give away 3 first-round picks and not even think twice.
I was going to say 4 and whatever else I have to give up, because he's easily worth that to me. And the way, like those teams you said, the Jets are just in constant crap always.
Right.
You're never going to draft a guy as good as he is right now at that age.
Without a doubt. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Now let's talk to Rick Ballou.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Good stuff on Duval Rundown this morning.
Yeah.
And here we are 10 hours later talking again, high confidence level for Sunday's game.
Enormous.
Yeah.
I mean, again, my guess is by halftime, you're getting a lot of slapping of the backs and kissing of the babies. People are going to have a great time, enjoy this game. I think they pull ahead. It's the worst passing offense already in the NFL, and you're going with an undrafted free agent rookie against a team with 23 takeaways. Got to keep in mind last night, Atlanta had nothing to play for, absolutely nothing. Yeah, and against a team in Tampa that really needed that win.
Yeah.
And they're down 14, they come back and win. So, you do get upsets almost weekly, or if not weekly in the NFL. That'd be the only concern, is the look ahead to Denver. But, boy, man, Liam Cohen's kept this team so grounded. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think Tampa Bay is able to recover? Do you
No,
think
they've lost 5 or 6.
Do you think Carolina's going to win the NFC South?
If I was a betting man, I would still pick Tampa. But, I'm friends with a couple of members of the media out there who think Todd Bowles now gets fired. I think he's won 3 or 4 straight divisional titles.
How about that?
But he's won them at like 9-8 and 10-7. But he
and it's not exactly a murderer's row. It's like the worst division in pro football.
He blasted his team.
Yeah,
you don't get that much anymore. We've seen Liam Cohen at times push a button, or directly or maybe even indirectly send a message. But Todd Bowles went crazy last night. We'll see how that football. I mean, Mike Evans was truly upset. He left, right as the final, as that field goal went through. Yeah, he was all bent out of shape. So.
Well, as he should have been. I mean, it's 3rd and 28, and that there was a litany of things. They had Atlanta's kicking a field goal, they jump off sides.
Mm-hmm.
So now they get the first down, they score a touchdown. Like, just a litany of things.
How do you lose a game when Atlanta had, I think it was 19 accepted penalties?
It's amazing.
And Al Michaels
and Raheem
miserable.
Morris, he was.
It was a 1-possession game, and Al Michaels was like, "Get me the hell out of here."
20 penalties by the Falcons.
Yeah,
20, man.
It was unbelievable. By the way, have you guys noticed how Al Michaels will sometimes, like Herb Street will say something, and Al Michaels it's not so much breaking down the game, it's more like historical. I can't remember. It happened again last night, but it's almost like a weekly thing Or Al Michaels will say basically call him out for saying it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But
I still love Al. He's 10 for 10 from 50 yards or more, and then they put up the graphic 15 seconds later, and he goes, "There's the proof if you don't believe me." He's taking shots at the graphic department or someone in the truck, the producer in the truck.
It's great. Absolutely. What's coming up?
A lot of fun tonight. Just get ready for the weekend. Everything that's going on with Jaguars football, a couple of other things as well around the NFL. So looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. Let's get ready for the weekend, and should be a pretty cool 2 hours.
Awesome. We'll be listening. Thanks, Rick. That's going to do it for us. JJ, have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thank you so much. Hopefully the Jaguars will get it done on Sunday. That's going to do it. For Frangie, for JJ LaSelva, I am Hayes Carline. We will talk to you on Monday. Rick Ballou up next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Sometimes the secret weapon is the special team.
He's got a big leg. He's got a career-long.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams Player of the Game. Sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipelining on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles Update. Showtime is proud to be a participating store again for the Topps MVP buyback. Bring in your eligible 2025 Topps Chrome cards of Ohtani and Judge for same-day store credit. Topps MVP buyback at Showtime. Sports Cards and Collectibles. Update your collection.
Get an inside look at football's greatest position with Denny Thompson.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Fair & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Jacksonville.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Sheridan Tootin, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Give a unique gift this holiday season with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Make your own product in the store with over 90 fragrances at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.